Hey guys, finally he sleeps here. EA released top transfers this week, and it looks interesting. It's interesting. Hey guys, finally he sleeps here. Today we're going to go over top transfers. It's a recurring event we've seen in FIFA Mobile before. It's been around for quite a while, seasons past. Has to do with either the transfers. Right now we're dealing with winter transfers, and it's a big event for what it is. It's only 2 weeks long though, but there is a lot going on, and people had a lot of questions about how the contract points work. And there's a new function this year with negotiations, and how is that going to go down? That was one of the questions people had. Like, can you explain it and see what's going on? Which is what we're going to do in this event, or in this guide for the event. First though, make sure you subscribe here at YouTube, turn on notifications, that way you never miss when a video goes live. You can see all of the videos as they post over on YouTube for FIFA Mobile and all of the games I make content for, so make sure you check that out. Follow all the links. The Twitch stream is there as well, which is actually where we're recording this right now, live on Twitch. So if you want to get involved in the live event guys as they come out, make sure you're following it at Twitch, that way you never miss when those streams go live. And then check out FinallyHeSleeps.com for everything. It's just basically where my brain vomits information on anything and everything, all the games. Okay, let's get into it. We'll take a look right at the event. Top transfers is that's the wrong event. Top transfers is a 2-week long event. It's just 2 weeks. It's a mini event that's running right along with the UCL event that we have. Big event, mini event, big event, mini event. It's the normal stuff for the season. A big event going on, mini events run in through the middle. We have the basic flow of this thing is you're going to complete.
Just G003 just resubscribed for 6 months.
Thanks for the Twitch sub. Okay, basic event flow is you're going to complete daily quests to earn transfer points and negotiation points. And those daily quests, as you can see right here, it's just the button. It's just your normal daily quest stuff. You're going to have to play a little bit more than usual. Instead of winning 2 division rivals matches a day, you got to win 3. It's stuff like that, but it's your normal grind of the game. There are no skill games, no AI matches, no nothing in top transfer itself. You're going to take the top transfer points and exchange those for players and negotiation points. It's right here. You trade those in and you come away with your minor players. These are transfer players that are not as part of the transfer windows. You can exchange, you can do an exchange right here, which will take you to the player exchange. And then what you can see in this is contract points specifically for trading in top transfer players. That's going to be open 4 different times throughout the event. That has to coincide with the transfer windows. Negotiation points is what you're going to use to negotiate for top tier players. The contract points you use to basically lock in a top tier player. Now, the big thing here is we have 4 different transfer windows. Transfer windows are each open for 3 days, except the last transfer window is open for 5 days. So right now we have transfer window 1 unlocked, and you can see we have a 93, 92, 91, a couple of 90s and a couple of 89s. And there's a choice. You can either negotiate using 3,000 negotiate points or sign him now using 300 contract points. If you want to sign Martial, you have to have the contract points. Negotiating takes time. There's a time frame that you have to wait, like a cooldown period. It is 12 hours for the 93s. So if you want Martial, you've got to negotiate at least 12 hours before the window ends. Denier, I think it's 10 hours? Yeah, 10 hours for a 92, 9 hours for a 91. The 90s are 8 hours, and then it is 6 hours for the 89s. And once you start to negotiate, you have to wait that entire period, and when it's done, it'll tell you whether or not the player accepted your contract terms. If that happens, you end up with the player and you get a club score of 950 for a 93. If they decline your negotiation for bringing them into the fold, putting them on your team, you get a consolation of most of your negotiation points back. It's different based on their OVR, but it kind of averages out to about 85%. So you're spending 3,000 negotiation points to try. If it fails, you get back 2,500. So you lose 500 negotiation points in the process. 75,000 coins, and then a club score of 225 you get back if the negotiation fails. And then you can just try again as long as you're within the confines of that window. 3 days for the first window, then these players, they're gone, they disappear. They go away, and the next transfer window unlocks. So like you can see them right now, but you can't do anything because the window is locked, and they expire in 6 days, they unlock in 3. So we go to the next window, it's going to show that they expire in 9 days, but they unlock in 6 because they're 3-day windows, all except the last window, which is 5 days long because it's a 14-day event, which all seems well and good. But once we start to take a look at the numbers and see what we can actually do with this thing, it does make a difference. So if we go to the daily quests, we have play 3 division rivals matches, win 2, score 30 goals, complete skill games in daily training, 4 skill games or matches in any event. So what you're going to earn is 10 and 80, 10 transfer points, 80 negotiation points, 15 and 80, 10 and 80, 10 and 80, 10 and 80, and then 100 for completing all of them. That is a daily thing that you go. That's it. You're going to use those, put them together, 14 days. Altogether, it's a grand total of 770 transfer points, 7,000 negotiation points. So now what we do with those transfer points, if we go back to the event, and here this very first one, we trade 50 in for the first time. Now there is a discount on the first purchase. Transfer offer will be 100 FIFA points. That is a typo. That is important to note. That is a typo. It says FIFA points, but it's not FIFA points. It is supposed to be 100 transfer points there. And we'll show it to you. We're going to claim the first one. We'll see what player we pull. Who is it? I can't remember who it is. Right mid, Rangers. Okay. 85, Diallo. We're fine. The second time through, it now goes to 100 transfer points. And there are 100 for there through the rest of it all the way across. It's just 50 for the very first one. Now, since you're getting 770, you're going to be able to do this 8 times for a grand total of 2,400 negotiation points. The player exchanges, same thing. You're going to be able to trade in your top transfer players, and then you can do this 3 times during your window, and you get 20 contract points for these 3 exchanges. Those 60 points total, 60 contract points, are available through every window. So 4 windows, 3 times a piece, 3 times 20, 60 times 4, 240 contract points is the max. So we're looking at negotiation points and the contract points. Now, if we go back here and take a look, over the course of the event, we now know we're only going to end up with 240 of these contract points, but we're required 300 to claim a 93. So the 93s are not claimable with contract points. They are claimable for a 92, which require 200. But you're not going to get them right away. It's going to be until that last window, so you're not going to have all your transfer points because you're going to get your last 60 once this opens up. You're going to have 180 into the third transfer window and then 240 in the fourth. So really, the only guaranteed high player above a 91 that you're going to be able to claim are these 2 92s. That is it. Van de Beek and Sensi are the only 2 only to guaranteed players using contract points. You can get lucky using your negotiate points, but once we start looking at the pack probability for this, like when you attempt to negotiate, if you go for a 93, it is a 2% chance. 2%. Let me say that again. 2% chance. That is a 1 in 50 that they're going to be accepted using your negotiation points. The only way to guarantee players is with the contract points, which does cause some problems. The timing on this is really important, and that's the issue. Because right now, transfer window 1, you cannot negotiate for Martial. You're not going to have enough points. You're only going to end up with 2,100 negotiation points before this window locks, which means you can't even attempt for Digne. These two are out of range. You're not going to have the contract points. You're not going to have the negotiation points free to play to even attempt for either of these before this window is closed and they are done and gone. So that's the big issue here. You can attempt for Shaqiri because it's 1,500 and you'll have 2,100 before it's over. And again, we're talking 12 hours, 10 hours. So it's a 9-hour window for Shaqiri. So you can't wait until after it, because it's going to fail if it crosses the line into that window. So let's take all the numbers and just kind of break that down. So what are we going to do? You're kind of stuck with the negotiation points and the limited number of stuff that you have, because you can only do the 93s in the third and fourth window. You'll be able to try in the second window, but only once or twice. It's a 1 in 50 shot of getting it. You lose 500 negotiation points every time you attempt it. So how do we go about this event and make the most of it to kind of maximize what we're going to be able to claim free to play? Best advice is to run the event, hold your negotiation points until you have enough to attempt to tackle a negotiation of a 93. So once that happens, you're talking 2,100 after the first 3 days. Day 4, you're going to get another 500. You're at 20. So it's day 4 or 5, depending upon where you're at and how you've completed all your quests. You'll be able to start doing these. Each day, you're going to get another 500 negotiation points through the daily quests. So once you have enough negotiation points to attempt a 93, even if you fail, you can restart another 93 every day and still be fine because of the 500 negotiation gain and the 500 loss. You're not going to be able to go 2 in a day until you continue to turn in your transfer points, 55 a day. So every other day you get another 300 negotiation points. So 4 days in, you've got 600 negotiation points. Then you can eventually start to do 2 a day or 1 every other day to try to get those in. You're only going to be able to do 10, I would say maybe 16 total negotiation attempts on 93s over the course of the event. 16 at 225 coming back. It's still enough with those club scores to get your way down past 3,000 for Zachariah, and to be able to claim a Kocha, because you're going to spend your top transfer points doing them. You're going to claim the milestones, which is fine and great. Everyone's going to be able to do it as long as you just go after the 93s. You don't mess around with the lower tiers, and you just use all of your transfer points for the 93s. Once you have enough points past, maybe pick up another player and start doing 2 negotiations at a time, but always have a 93 being negotiated on to maximize your club points to be able to finish out the milestones. Maybe you'll get lucky, maybe you won't, and then wait until the 4th transfer window when you do have enough contract points to guarantee a 92. That's about it. 240, if you grab a 92, you'll be 10 contract points short of an 89. But at that point, how concerned are you about the 89s? That's it. Top transfer, it's a 92, free to play, and several chances at 93s, but it's all pack luck. It's all pack luck, which is frustrating. It's very frustrating. But that's what it is. That's this season in FIFA Mobile. Lots and lots of luck involved in it. 1 in 50 chance every time you go after a 93. And if you can get 16 attempts, you're going to finish out the milestones and maybe come away with a 93, maybe not. The players are all auctionable, which is good. That's a positive with the players being auctionable, because even if you don't get anything that you want, you might be able to buy something in the market, the 93s, towards the end or whatever. Otherwise, Van de Beek and Sensi, and maybe someone if you're lucky. If you want Martial or Digne, too bad. Going to have to stick with the market or spend a ton of FIFA points trying to make up the difference here in the first couple of days. All right, that's it. Thanks a lot for hanging out. I hope this helped. If it did, make sure you subscribe. Turn on notifications here at YouTube. That way you never miss when a video goes live for FIFA Mobile or any of the other games I play. Thanks a lot. As long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep making videos.